How's it going, YouTube? It's your boy Ron, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Paper Mario. In the last episode, we had made our way over to Koopa Village, and we recruited a new ally, Kooper, who has helped us reach the Koopa Bros fortress. We have just about reached halfway through the whole fortress exploration, and in fact, we left off in the last cutscene where we saw the yellow Koopa Troopa kind of building a trap. That's just to spoil it, it is a trap. It's honestly not a block of any kind of reward. It's really meant to hinder us. I'm so glad that wasn't a strike against us. I'm just gonna go ahead and, you know what, no, let me do this. Let me get rid of this bomb. Easy stuff. Alright, at least I can protect it. Alright, good. I've been getting worried that, like the last episode, you guys saw me struggle very heavily in terms of being able to do command attacks, and I felt really stupid doing it. But it's okay. See, look at that. Come on, I got it now. Just trying to get rid of this paratrooper. I really meant to do a first strike, but I really wasn't anticipating it. I knew there was an enemy there, but you can tell that my reflexes were very weak that moment. Like, I could not do anything about that. Okay, that was a wasted turn. That's fine though. Let's get as much star points as we can, because I kind of hope we can get a level up pretty soon. Would be very useful if we can. I'll block, that's fine. Is there... Okay, no, there's... Okay, so you could just fall down here. It would just waste your time. Let's just go ahead and fall for the trap. Like, falling in paper style. Blah, loser, serves you right. You fell for it. Oh, okay, clever, aren't you? And we just fall down like paper. Oh, what was that? Where did that fall from? Oh, I wonder what just fell. But aren't you Mario? I never in a million years thought I'd meet such a famous guy in a place like this. Who, me? My name is Bombette. In case you hadn't noticed, I'm a bomb. Pleased to meet you. So, yeah, we met Bombette. All of us bombs got locked up in here by the Koopa Bros. Nothing you can do about it. The Koopa Bros used to be cool, but they got conceited because Candy Koopa likes them. Before, they were just typical young guys from Koopa Village. They were nice enough. I think maybe the desire for adventure corrupted them. Okay, I get it. No, I want to talk to this guy. I'm sorry, I simply will not obey Triumphs anymore. Those Koopa Bros can't squash the pride of a bomb. So, I'm using all my energy thinking of when to break out of here. The angles, vectors. Oh, it's so complicated, my head's going to explode. Dang, he brought math into this. Dang. Probably if you were like an 8-year-old kid hearing vectors and all that, you'd probably be like, what's a vector? Pain and agony for those who've taken those kind of math classes. Well, you kind of have to. Oh, how long do we have to be locked up here? I'm losing hope, and I'm so hungry, so sad and mad and angry. I'm filling with rage. I'm really angry right now. I want out. Out! Right now, you hear me, Koopas? Those stinking Koopa Bros worked us too hard. They were making us work 25 hours a day. Unreal. No wonder, because there isn't 25 hours in a day. That's so unreal. Nobody's life should be at work, all at work, right? I need free time to make my mark in the world. Boom. It's true, though. Alright, so yeah, pretty much what you're supposed to do is just, you're supposed to see this, I think, and then you just talk to Bombette again. What's that? Why am I locked up here? Because I am a menace. At least to these guys. Those uncouth Koopa Bros. I was just one of many bombs working here. But those Koopa Bros, once Bowser took over, they started working us into the ground. I couldn't take it anymore, so I exploded next to them. Yeah, that was a mistake. The Koopa Bros didn't like it, so they locked me up in here. Understandable. And then they locked up the rest of the bombs because they thought they might rise up. You know, a bomb rebellion. What do you think about that? Oh, sorry, it's a long story, I know. Anyway, Mario, we want to get out of here. Do you think you could help us bring us from the place or what? Pretty please. If you help us, I'll promise I'll return the favor. You know what, since we gotta get out of here too, let's go ahead. Oh, how nice. We'll be good friends from now on, I can feel it. We'll make a super team, Mario. And with that, ladies and gents, we do recruit another teammate to the team. Bombette has joined the party. So pressing C down on the controls on the C-pad to make Bombette walk up for a short time and then kaboom, explode. She can destroy cracked walls or rocks and activate switches. While in battle, she can attack an enemy on the ground with her body slam ability. or damage enemies on the ground with her bomb attack. So in my opinion, guys, Bombette, she is, in my opinion, one of the best partners Mario can have. She's close second to one of the other ones we'll encounter in many more chapters later. But I consider Bombette, especially when she gets her upgrades, again, I'll explain more about that later, is going to be like super powerful and can handle a lot of enemies with good damage. I believe she is one of the best. That's just my opinion, though. Now, let's think of a way to get out of here. Alright. Oh gee, I almost forgot. I haven't even told you about what I can do. Silly me. My specialty is exploding. Check this out. See, if there are any cracks in the wall, I could probably break it. Let me try this one. Take cover. I like how she finally realized that once we dropped down, she was able to explain to us how to get out of here. She honestly could have done that on her own, and that would have been it. But you know, what do I know, right? See that? You see what I bring to the party, Mario? Oh, an escape route. Well, I guess I never thought about doing that before. I was so mad I just blew up over and over at one place. Okay, that was a little silly. Well, anyway, we can get out now, right? And so can everyone else. Thank you, Mario. From now on, I'll tag along and help out wherever I can. You just ask and I'll be there for you. Now, enough chit chat. I have a little score to settle with those Koopa Bros. So now these guys can get out. But you know, we're gonna worry about ourselves. So yeah, now that we dropped down from Koopa Bros trap, taking us down to the basement. Oh. What's all that noise? In case you bombos forgot, exploding is prohibited inside the fortress except in the case of emergencies. What in the... Mario, what are you doing here? Nothing good, I bet. Everyone get him. Alright, so we are giving another pretty much tutorial battle to kind of show us what Bombette is all about. So body slam bomb. I consider bomb to be a very good move. Just not something I'll use right now. It is going to be very useful, I believe, for the boss battle, but I'm just going to keep it as this for right now. What do I want to do? You know what, forget it. I'm just gonna have to take it. I'm just gonna have to do it regardless. I'm gonna hate myself for this, but whatever. I'm just gonna have to take the L. Yeah, I can't time that perfectly. I have always struggled doing that. But whatever, this should be fine. Now, even though Bombette is a bomb, she is going to take damage from this, so yeah. Explosion on an explosion. But that's okay, it was the last one, so it didn't matter. Defeats them, and then now we can get out of here. Okay, so now that we have Bombette, we are able to open up a lot more paths now because we have her on our team. So what I'm going to do is... No, I already went this way, I don't know what I'm doing. I gotta go head back up. I believe... Where is it that I have to go? I'm trying to remember. So give me 1 sec. This is... No, I'm not... Wait, oh wait, well, hold on. Since we do have Bombette now, we can actually open up the cracked wall over here that will give us a badge. Thank you. Taking us outside, and if you go ahead, you get the refund badge. Refund some coins if you use items in battle. Personally, I don't use the badge myself. I do use items in very rare situations, like if I'm needing to like heal up, or if I just need to get rid of enemies just to save some time for myself. But you know, for 1 badge point, it's okay if you have badges to spare, but it's honestly not something I personally do. So you know, go ahead and use it to your own ability or to your liking. I don't think we have the key yet, do we? No. Okay. So that was just a waste of time. Let me go ahead and head back down this way. Because I think now with Bombette, yeah, we can go ahead and explode this. Okay. That took a long time for me to realize. So now we got the next fortress key. I think there's only 1 more key we have to get after this, after the one we just got. So now that I actually realized what we were supposed to do, let's go ahead and head back up. And something I probably should have already mentioned that wasn't, to me, is obvious, but for maybe those who aren't too familiar with the game, what I'm doing right now to kind of like move maneuver around the whole game is the dash with your Z button on the 64 controller, it does make traveling a lot easier. In fact, there are like, you know, speedrunner strats and all this stuff that you can do to perfect it. But let me go ahead and grab the switch. So like timing it well just allows you to, you know, maneuver around the whole game pretty easily and quickly. Just, you know, just helps on time. Honestly, it's a lot faster than just walking or running as Mario, if you time it perfectly. Like if you time it and jump, you know, you do go a little bit faster, so it does help in terms of saving some seconds throughout the whole game. Alright, so you just have to solve this puzzle. Honestly, not that bad if you just know what you're doing. Okay, and if you can actually hit it. Alright, there we go. So now we go ahead and head up. Then we go ahead and use Bombette. And then I believe, oh yeah, there's. I tried being clever and it didn't work. I think, can I? Yes. Oh no, okay. So, do I want it? How many power blocks do I have? I have 2. I'll save them. You know what? I'll just save them. So what do I want to do? Yeah. I hate how I didn't get the first strike. That was my fault. I should have gotten the first strike. I feel like this battle might take a little bit longer than I wanted to, but let's just see. I just need to do 1 damage, honestly, it doesn't matter. Alright, the Koopa's gonna be done, and then I just want to make sure I don't take as much damage as I have taken. I might as well just take him out. Koopa Troop is really annoying me in the early game just because since you can't use your action commands, other than using badges, you really don't have extra strength. So you do have to take a little bit more extra turns than normal, which, I mean, you know, that's what, you know, you gotta do. I'm sorry, Bombette. I like the way she just explodes after the explosion. That's just funny in my opinion. Okay, can't do anything, can I? I can attack, but I can't defend myself. I'm so sad about that. Okay, so at least I protect myself. But any star points is going to be very helpful. It doesn't matter. Alright, you know what? Might as well use the mushroom. Wait, no, wrong one. Okay. Oh, there is a switch. Okay, so there's the last. I think that's the last key. That should bring it down, and I believe that should take us to the pillar on the top, so that way we can explore one last area, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to remember. I played this game. Actually, let me go ahead and explain this part. I've played this game only a handful of times. There is a sequel to this game, Paper Mario for the GameCube. That, of course, to spoil, I will be doing a Let's Play of that. That's where the last key is. And I've only played through this a handful of times. I've only beaten the full game once prior to this Let's Play. That was maybe a few years back, because when I first originally got the game for the 64, I was still a young kid. I was only like, what, 10 when I first got this game? And I believe before I completed the game, I never got past chapter 2. When we get to that part of the episode, I'll explain a little bit more about that part on why I couldn't. It's actually very easy to get past, but of course, a very idiotic me did not know that. Come on, see me. See, oh my god. See me? Oh, come on. Okay, so there's only 2. Like, the whole point of Paper Mario, it is a puzzle-based game. So to the whole element of the story mode, there's a lot of puzzles and battles that you have to go through. The battles necessarily weren't the hardest part. If you know what you're doing, then of course it can be a pretty easy game. But if you, like, when you were playing this game when it first, around the time it came out, and of course the internet wasn't as prevalent as it is today, many guides and many, like, tutorials weren't exactly the most reliable, and it was very limited in numbers. So I had to go based off just my own intuition, and at that time I had like no clue what to do. When I got to like chapter 2, I hadn't played the game in so long since, just because I got a little frustrated on what I was supposed to do next. I didn't know what to do, so I just got stuck and just left the game aside for like the longest. And then like years later, when the next Paper Mario game for the GameCube came out, I beat that before I beat the one for the 64. Not that I found it easier, but I was able to understand more of the game, I guess at a slightly older age. And the internet was becoming a bit more, you know, useful in terms of guides, so I was still able to use that. However, when we do get to that Let's Play, there was one chapter in the game that I could never beat up until I had to look it up like from so many different websites to finally figure out what it was. And there's a reason why there is a reason why you should always read what the game says. It's very useful in terms of getting useful information. Like a lot of the dialogue is of course used to explain the story. Like whenever like NPCs or even your own partners or whoever is explaining the game, they always explain it to where what they say is very useful to like progressing in the game. I was the one that always just sped through all the talking because I just wanted to get into the action, and that's actually a bad mistake if you don't know how well games are supposed to work. That's just food for thought in case of many of you are in that situation. Of course, that's how it used to be for me. Not the case anymore. Alright, so we got a new badge. Let me go ahead. The Smash Charge. It's when charged, Mario's hammer power goes up by 2. I'm gonna go ahead and equip that because I do like that for now. Although I do like the one for jumping more than the hammer. I find that more useful. Okay. So enough of how bad I am and stupid I am at video games. We've made it out to the corridor, or whatever this part is supposed to be. We make our way over a little bit more. That's a long path of it. Well, Mario. I wouldn't have bet you made this far. Don't get smug, pal. You just got caught off guard, or you just caught us off guard. Trust me, we'll mop the floor with you if you get serious. We're as cool as they come. Yeah, boys, open fire. Alright, so now we hear a little bit of a remix of the Super Mario Bros. Port. I think it's the Air Fortress thing. So, alright, we get some maple syrup. That's gonna be better than honey syrup, so I'll actually get rid of the sling sheet. I really don't like that one. I'd rather have maple syrup. Alright, so the Koopa Bros are really just trying to stop us with those bullet bills. Let me go ahead and bring out Mario. Just do what you can to avoid them. I'm gonna go ahead and battle. Oh, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and battle one of them. Just gonna get rid of one. Oh, they only get one. Okay, so that's not gonna really be a lot. I'm gonna tattle on one of them. So this is a bullet bill, a kamikaze attacker. If you don't beat bullet bills quickly, they'll slam into you and explode. Max HP of 2 with attack power of 2 with no defense. I'm serious, Mario. These guys really will make us pay if they manage to hit us. We'll have to beat them before they get a chance to strike us. That is true, because, you know, even though they explode like that, they do 2 damage. So if there is a lot of them and you are not careful, that can happen. So always watch out for that. I just want to avoid as much as I can. I'm getting scared. Okay. So if you do successfully manage your way over, you go ahead and heal up and you can save. So technically, these. Oh wait, no, I want to go ahead and have the Mario out here too. These bullet bills and the bullet bill launchers are technically a mini boss in Chapter 1. I do want to get the first strike, even though it won't really matter. Because of course, we'll see in a moment. Let me actually get Bombette real quick. First strike, that's how you want to do it. Ooh, nasty damage. Alright, so what I want to do now is go ahead and use the bomb on one of them. Rapidly press A. And then we should just give up with one of them. So what I want to do now is go ahead and use Bombette so I can go ahead and inspect it, or tattle on it. I'm going to let Bombette go first, and tattle on the Bill Blaster. So this is a Bill Blaster. Bill Blasters are the cannons that shoot out bullet bills. Max HP of 4 with no attack power and a defensive power of 1. They won't attack us directly, but they'll keep shooting out bullet bills as long as they can. It's efficient to attack them all at once, but you can also beat them one at a time. Alright, so let's go ahead and just try to get rid of this one right here. I believe it's gonna just shoot out the other one, honestly, so what I want to do is bring out Bombette. Since there is, oh, okay, so how many star points do I have? 9? I believe after beating this one, we should be able to get it to level up. So as long as we get 2, which we should be good. There we go. We got 13 level up, perfect, right in time for the boss fight. Alright, so we do have a decision again to make whether we should increase our health, flower, or dash points. Just for now, since we are going to get close to the end of the chapter, what I'm going to do is go ahead and use flower points because I do want to use a lot of them for the boss fight coming up. It'll just be very helpful. Let's go ahead and collect our earnings. And let's go ahead and heal up because we did use a lot of resources for that fight. Oh no, but we leveled up, so that didn't matter. Okay, save. Yeah, doing the same. Okay, save complete. Okay, so as of now, everyone's on my team is looking good. So can't do. Looking at stats, I have one badge point I can't use, but honestly don't. I mean, I guess I'll use it just to use it up. I might be using some items for the boss fight. Let me see what I have, honestly. Thunderbolt, mushroom. Okay, so I have some healing items. Have the power block. That'll be useful for the Koopa Bros. And that's pretty much about it. Everyone else is fine. And then, wait, is that? Okay. Okay, no, so that's fine. Okay. Bearing in all that in mind, behind these doors will be the Koopa Bros. But with time, I do want to go ahead and just leave it off here because I do want to save the boss fight because not that it will take a long time, but I want to save that as the starting point for next episode. So guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. Did hope you enjoyed. We finally tracked down all the way from Koopa Bros Fortress up into the last room, which does contain the Koopa Bros themselves. We will go ahead in the next episode put off a mighty fight to go ahead and save the first Star Spirit, which should take us down out of chapter 1. So guys, this has been your boy Ron, and until next time, I will see you guys back at Koopa Bros Fortress, so that way we can battle the Koopa Bros and save the first Star Spirit. I will see you guys then. Take care.